It's President Mohammed Abdullahi Farmajo's second state visit to the oil-rich Arab nation of Qatar and comes less than a month after Mogadishu's major fallout with the United Arab Emirates. During Farmajo's two-day state visit, Mogadishu inked a number of agreements with Doha in various sectors, among them health, education and transport. Following days of talks, the Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, tweeted that his country will continue to support the unity, stability, sovereignty and well-being of Somalia.
We have signed a number of agreements during this trip, and what's left now is the implementation. We signed a number of agreements last November, including major education and infrastructure projects, such as the Mogadishu-Afgoye and Mogadishu-Johar roads.
Despite increasing pressure, Somalia refused to take sides after a coalition comprising of Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates and Egypt announced an air, sea and land blockade against Qatar, accusing Doha of supporting terrorism and destabilizing the region, a charge it has since vehemently denied. Ahmed Robla is an independent analyst and says that the Horn of Africa is the new battleground for Gulf countries who failed to end the dispute that's now lasted for close to a year.
Somalia is strategically located and it should make good use of that. It should not allow it to be used as a battleground for feuding Arab countries. Somalia should maintain its neutral stance and not side with either side. In fact, Somalia should play a role in mediating the warring sides.
In March, Somalia's parliament banned a UAE-owned ports operator, DP World, from operating in the country after it violated the country's sovereignty. 2 months later, airport officials seized close to $10 million from a UAE royal jet in Mogadishu. The UAE claims that the money was meant to pay troops in its military bases. The fallout between the two countries took a major turn after Mogadishu announced in April that it was ending military cooperation with the Arab nation that has already trained hundreds of troops in its military bases here in the capital Mogadishu and as well as in the port city of Bosaso in Puntland, northeast of the country. Mogadishu argues that it welcomes any kind of support as long as it doesn't come with conditions or violate the country's sovereignty. Meanwhile, public opinion remains divided. Regional leaders are lobbying the central government to reverse its neutral stance and support the Saudi-led quartet. But for the average Somali, improved infrastructure and access to basic services remains the top priority for now. Abdulaziz, Billow, CGTN, Mogadishu, Somalia.